guys, summer season is here, silly season, whatever you want to call it. I got a quick update because it's going to get busy and there are a few things that we really need to look at together. So let's get started. All right, let's get right into it. As of the 1st of December, they've put up the mobile phone cameras. So these are some hidden cameras that will capture phone use. There's a bit of confusion over what that means in terms of rideshare drivers. I know I'm still quite in kind of a no man's land as to what the law is, because we have two types of conversations. One is that if the phone is in its cradle, we can tap the phone to accept jobs and use the phone. However, there's another part of the law that says you can't touch the phone at all. So I think there's some confusion, and even Ola has been caught up in this confusion. If anyone has received the email today regarding safety tips, there's a section in it that addresses the new cameras that have gone up, and they've actually put in it that if the phone's in its cradle, you can use it as a dispatch device. However, I think they might need to look a little bit more closely at the law. I think they've actually put their foot in it with that one, and it could cause some problems for them if they've got it wrong. Because the reason I say this, I actually spoke to the authorities and they said that you can't touch your phone in any way. So this is all very confusing, and it's going to make our lives quite difficult. And in fact, I'm quite anxious about it, because what that means is, as you know, rideshare apps, these companies send us trips while we're on a trip in order to reduce downtime. They're doing this to help us out. However, if the law is what I think it is, which is you got to pull over, put yourself in park, and then you can accept the trip, that's going to make life very difficult, because you won't be able to do that in most cases in the time that we have, which is less than 10 seconds, in some cases less than that. So you're going to have to, if you're using Uber, when you pick up a passenger, click on the 3 horizontal lines at the bottom of the screen and click stop trips. So that'll stop any new trips coming through while you're on a trip. Then you'll have to release that again when you drop off the passenger. So it's going to be quite a new routine in order to avoid getting a hefty fine. And over Christmas, it's double demerits, remember? So you get a fine and 10 demerit points. The fine's like, I don't know where it is. It's close to $500. So, I'm quite annoyed at this. I understand that we want safety and all this business, but this is now an integral part of getting the city around, is rideshare driving. It's become an integral part. It's not going anywhere fast. So they're really waiting for things to go wrong, as it is with always setting a precedent, and someone's going to cop a fine. I'm not happy about it. If you get a letter in the mail for the grace period, which is up until the 20th, I believe, post a message on this page if you see this video. So that's my talk about that. The next thing is UberPro. UberPro, I've given it a grace period just to see what it's about before I actually make any comments about UberPro. But honestly, it's just the same as what the old reward system was for Uber in a new package. They've just dolled it up and made it look nice. And it's still unachievable to get the better perks. So, the first 3-month period, and it resets every 3 months, I got like around almost 900 points, like 800 and something points. 100 off getting 1,000 points, which would have given me access to the direction that a passenger goes in. I reckon, I'm not going to chase that. It's a ridiculous system. because I don't think knowing the direction that we are going in should be a perk. And I think everyone knows that, including Uber, but they've made that a perk. It should be something that all drivers should have access to. Northwest, southwest, north, east, whatever. That's not telling us the address or whatever. It's just telling us the direction, and that way we can plan our day. There are enough drivers, enough saturation on the roads that it's not going to affect acceptance rates. Honestly, I can't really say any more than that about this. It seems obvious to me. I really have no other comments today. Those were the main two things I want to talk about. So watch this space. The main thing that's going to affect us is these new mobile detection cameras. Be careful, guys, and really take the precautions. Don't give in to accepting trips while you're on the road, because I have a feeling we're going to hear soon a news on social media or on the news about rideshare drivers and this problem with this current law and the new cameras. We'll see what happens and see if I'm right, but it seems pretty obvious. All right, stay safe out there and keep smiling. That's all we can do. Bye.